The Galaxy S25 Edge was supposed to be the bold new chapter in Samsung's smartphone legacy, an ultra-thin flagship device combining sleek design with powerful hardware. The excitement surrounding it was real, especially when Samsung officially teased the phone back in January at Unpacked. Positioned as a trailblazer in the emerging thin phone trend, the S25 Edge had all the ingredients to become a hit. But unfortunately, those hopes are quickly unraveling. What was once seen as a promising innovation now appears to be shaping up into a monumental failure. In recent years, innovation in smartphones has hit a plateau. Most of the groundbreaking advancements, especially in camera technology, are now coming from Chinese brands like Xiaomi and Vivo, devices that aren't easily accessible in Western markets. Meanwhile, the big players like Samsung and Apple have shifted focus to refining existing designs. The thin phone trend offered a breath of fresh air, and Samsung was at the forefront, taking the leap ahead of Apple's rumored iPhone 17 Air. The Galaxy S25 Edge, on paper, seemed like a dream, a slimmer and lighter version of the S25 Plus with comparable specs and a modern look. It promised a 6.66-inch AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate, powered by the cutting-edge Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. Paired with 12 GB of RAM and up to 512 GB of storage, it checked nearly all the performance boxes. The design, too, stood out. Titanium build, just 6.4mm thin and weighing only 162 grams. The camera setup included a 200-megapixel main sensor with OIS and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide shooter, along with a 10-megapixel selfie camera. Even with a relatively modest 3,900 mAh battery and 25-watt charging, it sounded like a well-balanced device for those who value portability without sacrificing power. But then came the bombshell, the price. The Galaxy S25 Edge has appeared in online listings across Europe, and the pricing is nothing short of shocking. In Italy, a 256GB model is listed at €1,360, about €200 more than the S25 Plus with the same storage. When converted to US pricing, this translates to at least $1,100, a full $100 more than the S25 Plus base model. This pricing move is baffling. The S25 Edge, despite its premium feel and slim profile, actually comes with several compromises. It houses a smaller battery, has fewer cameras, and while it uses the same display technology and chip as the S25 Plus, it doesn't add anything groundbreaking to justify the higher price tag. On paper, it should be priced lower, not higher. Contrast this with Apple's strategy. The iPhone 17 Air, which is expected to launch in September, is rumored to cost around $900. That's $300 less than the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and the pricing makes sense. The Air will reportedly have fewer cameras, a smaller battery, and limitations due to the ultra-thin design and stylish silver, black, and blue colorways with IP68 water and dust resistance and a premium titanium frame. All that in a body measuring just 6.4mm thick and weighing 162 grams. Yet none of that will matter if the phone is priced beyond reason. In a market where value is just as important as innovation, Samsung's gamble could cost it dearly. While Apple prepares to launch a well-balanced iPhone 17 Air at a reasonable price, Samsung risks turning its most exciting idea into a market flop. Unless the company reconsiders its pricing strategy, the Galaxy S25 Edge might end up as a beautiful failure, a cautionary tale of how to lose momentum in a race it once led.